Yep. Back to you guys.
Thanks to Noah Hiles on the sideline all evening. Great job by him. Did a fantastic job. His sideline reports tonight and all year brought to you in part by SARTA. And we will take a look at the final stats of the game now as really dominant in the favor of the Hoover Vikings, Elmer.
Buchtel statistics, they had 153 rushing yards. They had only 41-yard passing. They had 11 first downs for a total of 194 yards. Big thing, 2 turnovers and 8 penalties for 65 yards. Hoover, 200 yards rushing, 148 yards passing, 20 first downs, 348 total yards, 0 turnovers, penalties, 6 for 67.
That's probably the only thing they could clean up.
It was a good night for Hoover.
You're going to win a lot of games doing that, aren't you?
Yes, you are. That's good balance. And 41 yards passing on a spread offense. Good night.
Individuals.
For Buchtel, Robert Young James, he was 5 for 10 for 35 yards and 1 interception. Robert Young Jones had 12 rushes for 90 yards. And Marquell Cook had 4 rushes for 44 yards and the lone touchdown for Buchtel. Now for North Canton, Connor Ashby, again, 11 for 15, 148 yards, 3 TDs. That's unbelievable. Okay, attempting rushes, Adam had 27 for 176 yards, 1 TD. And he also had 4 catches for 61 yards. And Drew Johnson had 5 catches for 35 yards and 2 TDs.
Want to give Adam Grigualo the credit to our Altman Health Foundation player of the game. I thought he was extremely well-deserving tonight. This kid had a monster night, Elmer. He was just so good from start to finish of this game. Just to look at one of his runs here, that monster run in the 4th quarter.
He's a tough kid. And he's running inside the tackles, and he's doing it where it's tough to run.
Sure.
And as we talked about, in the beginning of the game, he was pounding and pounding and pounding, and he just wore people out. And then he started breaking tackles. That one play, he broke 4 or 5 tackles on one play.
We counted them. We need, next time we do Hoover, which won't be for a little while, Bob is going to do the broken tackle counter of Adam Grigualo. I think it's necessary after tonight's effort.
I think Bob just left.
You may have. Lastly, want to do our rock-solid play of the game tonight, brought to you by the Friends and Family Credit Union. And Elmer, it's one of the 2 interceptions, the one in the second half by Zach Evans. Great football play.
This was just a great football play. Great positioning, going for the ball. It looked like the guy was beat, and he just came out of nowhere and made a great football play. I mean, can't play it any better. One of 2 interceptions for that ball hockey and secondary this evening for the Hoover Vikings, and they walk away dominant 38-7 winner. Elmer, any final thoughts? I think, Hoover has – it's going to be an interesting season and once they get into the Federal League and stuff like that. But they have great balance. They have a defense that is rock solid and runs to the football, and they have a very solid kicking game. They're a good football team, and they have some stars, but they also have a good football team. And it's going to be interesting to see here at the end of the season where they're at and what their record is. I'm looking forward to it, seeing what they're at.
Well, for Elmer Sheets, my color commentator, I'll be back with you next week as we go to Aquinas. Aquinas will take on East Canton next week. For Noah Hiles on the sideline, Bob Jeffries keeping the stats this evening. For Billy Smith, our director, and the whole Image Video crew, I'm John Bazika signing off for the evening. The final look at the Old Carolina Barbecue Company scoreboard. The Hoover Vikings are 1-0 after week 1 as they defeat Buchtel by a final of 38-7. Have a fantastic night, everyone, and we'll catch you next week.